Speaker, my name is Toby Okechukwu. I represent an area of Woji River Federal Constituency from Enugu State. Mr. Speaker, I wholly welcome this motion on the need for the Parliament to take active part in marking our independence anniversary. Mr. Speaker, while I welcome it, it's just like reminding somebody to do your job. Because ordinarily, the motion, if we are mindful, if we are totally aware of our responsibilities, it should be depicted in action. So I want to thank my brother and colleague, Nnoli, for bringing this forth. Mr. Speaker, the need to have us activate all the elements, all the parliamentary instincts in us to debate or to discuss or to celebrate our independence is based on the fact that you cannot forget your history. If you do, you are likely to repeat the mistakes that were made by people in the past, our heroes, and as well as people who may not have acted in our history in good way. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I remember that there were a series of activities that led to our independence. And the various constitutional conferences that took place in this republic to make sure that we have a day like this. I remember the Macpherson Constitution. I remember the Richards Constitution. Mr. Speaker, I remember the Independent Constitution of 1960. Mr. Speaker, I also remember that there were certain inherent ingredients in that federal constitution. And
Honorable Mansour, please approach the chair. Go ahead.
And that constitution was actually federal in spirit and in letter. And if we are able to mind our conscience, mind our game, and understand our responsibility, we can now know the difference between the Independence Constitution of 1960-63 and the feeding bottle federalism we practice today. Mr. Speaker, something has really gone wrong with our federation, because the plethora of states that have been created and the feeding bottle application of our revenue, the patronage inherent in it, have made it impossible for our people to live up to their potentials. So a day for a debate will get us into the know on what has brought us to this impasse. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, you will remember that the various attempts and the various abrogations of our constitutional government were done, and the particular victims and the major victims were the legislature. Each time there is an overthrow or an abortion of constitutional rule, the legislature had always been the victim. If that is the case, why can't we understand and study why this had been the case? Anybody who is 60 years or 59 years, that is the beginning of old age, actually. And if you don't learn at 59, then something is wrong with you. So why is our republic not performing up to speed? So, Mr. Speaker, I am completely in tune with this motion. It should be accepted so that our people, our children, who in the recent past have not been learning history, even if the opportunity is to enable our kids to know their past, I strongly support this motion. It should be carried but it should also be carried out every day of our lives. So I support the motion as moved. Thank you.